to get my hands on this thing. I've never presented this before. This is really cool. Okay. This is a swing colander. You can see this mechanism right here. On the inside, all those perforations, that's because this is a colander. Underneath, it's a mixing bowl or a pouring bowl. You can see that there's a pour spout and a handle, but just using gravity is how you're going to drain, rinse, whether that's your fruit, your veggies, whatever it may be. This is brilliant. It's Cooking Light. Cooking Light is that lifestyle magazine that we've turned to for decades for a sort of like healthier living inspiration. And they bring us a curated group of kitchen essentials. So $14.99 for this. Final quantities, no reorder, an easy pay of $3. Your colors are red. This is so cool. Blue. Gray. And then very limited is going to be your sage. Fewer than 100 remain there. It's K96461. Stacy Stoffer is back with us. I've never seen this. This is brilliant.
I know. Leave it to the great minds of Cooking Light, the magazine, like you said, that we know and love. They're all about just innovating and creating products that help you make smarter, better choices when you're cooking in the kitchen. Nifty little tool. So you're right. It's very versatile. Number one, I love this for just draining pasta. So here I cook some rigatoni on the stove. Now I got to drain it. I'm going to pour everything right into the colander, right? So the pasta water is draining through. Now, the reason why I just didn't do it with a colander in the sink is because how important do we know is it to save the pasta water for thickening sauces and things like that? So what you could do is just simply lift the colander out, and then there is my pasta water. Now, I probably would never save all that, but I can come over here because it does have a pour spout. And if I only needed to use or save about 1/4 cup, I can pour out what I need, but I'm not dirtying any other dish, not dirtying any other bowl. I've got it right there. I can now take this back to the pan that I'm going to create my sauce in. So really, really cool, and I love that. So wonderful. Another thing is if you're going to wash or drain. So I'm going to wash some berries, but before I do that, I say you cook some hard-boiled eggs, right? And you know how you have to take it from the hot water and you want to stop the cooking, so you want to shock it in a cold water bath.
Yep.
So look at that. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is my cold water bath. And the beauty of that is once these are cooled down, what I can do is simply, again, remove this, right? The ice water remains inside, and now my eggs stay here, and I can set this to the side.
You can do that with your shrimp. You can do that with your broccoli that you're cooking and steaming. You want to stop that cooking process. That's a really great idea to create that ice bath.
Exactly. Okay, so for TV purposes, I'm just going to show you another use just right away with this one.
Okay.
So here we go. I got some fresh produce, berries, vegetables, whatever. I'm going to put those in there, right? And then, again, I'm going to just go ahead, take this right to the sink, and I'm going to wash the berries. And what's really nice, too, is if you like to let your food sit in the water with maybe some baking soda, a lot of people like to do that to help really clean out bugs
I've never done that.
Yeah, I learned that trick from our food stylist, Lynn. She's awesome.
Oh.
So you can put some little baking soda in here, let that soak. And again, with the power magic of television, say they sat here a little bit. Again, I can just take this out and then I can let them drain. And this water would be kind of gross and nasty and you'd see more of the dirt. But because I didn't have to like sacrifice my sink space. I could still do stuff on my sink. Like that's one thing, like colanders are great, but you got to let it sit in the sink and then it's taking up space. And how many times my kids will come over to start wash their hands and I'm like, yo, do you not see the bowl in the sink with the food?
What are you doing?
And then they get the soapy water. I mean, I'm proud that they wash their hands. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, come on, guys, think a little bit here. Yeah.
Let's think this through. Let's do multi-steps here. Multi-steps. I'm going to take everybody through colors. Remember that colander part is removable, but you do get that really cool, that swing to it using gravity. Gray, blue, red. They all work the same way. And then very, very limited is going to be your sage. Really good reviews on this. Jonathan, is this customer top rated? She's gonna double check for me. But final quantities, there's no reorder on this. It is, okay, I thought so. Okay, customer top rated. I always like try to say it quietly, like maybe nobody will hear me across the nation. You can't hear me, right? Chris Campanella, you can't hear me. It's K96461 to get this home. A great capacity at 2 quarts. Top rack dishwasher safe, Stace?
Yes, top rack, dishwasher safe, fridge safe. So over here, another great, you can use the pieces separately, right? You don't have to use them together. So you can always have a mixing bowl, a prep bowl. But here, I was defrosting some shrimp. So I have it in the colander, which is really nice. You slowly defrost that, but any moisture or water that comes off any ice chips is gonna get caught in the bowl and not on my shelf in the refrigerator. So that's really good.
We love
and
that.
going back to this, I just want to show you really the design. So say, again, you're draining pasta or potatoes or something. You really don't even have to remove the bowl. You simply just pour the bowl like you would. The whole magic is in the swing of the colander, the insert that almost doesn't move. So very, very cool.
Such a smart
Very cool.
idea. You know, I always talk about when I make my tortilla soup, which I kind of do to make my tortilla soup. Once I take the chicken out so I can shred the chicken, I reserve some of that stock to put back into the soup to richen it up with my Lono Life, of course, Stacy.
Of course.
Because that really brings it to the next
girl.
level. I got you, I got you. I love that there's a pour spout right here. So if you're using it simply as a mixing bowl when taking the colander out, then that's perfect. $14.99, customer top rated, a $3 easy pay, and it's just a cleverer, interesting multi-use design. In the gray, in the blue, in the red, and in the sage. It's K96461. $3. $3 gets it home. I love it. Stacy is coming back with something from Henning Lee. I mean, I personally